Charlotte Dawson has tearfully reflected on how her whole world came crashing down when she had a miscarriage at 10 weeks. The Ex on the Beach star, 30, spoke about her devastating loss to mark Baby Loss Awareness Week as she took to Instagram on Sunday to share an emotional video. Charlotte shares 20-month-old son Noah with her fiancé Matthew Sarsfield, and the couple tragically had a miscarriage at 10 weeks in April. Speaking about her miscarriage, Charlotte tearfully spoke about feeling absolutely heartbroken as she recounted the moment she was told that she had lost her baby. "I was shaking, I could not stop crying, I was just heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken," she explained as she broke down in tears. "I told everyone that I was expecting a baby, and it was heartbreaking, my whole world came crashing down." She said her son Noah saved her after the devastating loss, as she admitted she doesn't know what she and her fiancé Matthew would have done without him. In the video, Charlotte admitted that Baby Loss Awareness Week had made her emotional while thinking about her own miscarriage and shared her story. Charlotte said her mother Tracy, who shares her daughter with Les Dawson, had 2 stillbirths and said miscarriages are not discussed enough. She began, "I've been crying thinking about everything, as it's Baby Loss Awareness Week, I thought I'd share a bit of my story. I've been reading and listening to these wonderful, strong women's stories about losing their babies, some at 38 weeks, some at 10 weeks, some at 20 weeks, some stillborn, some that have survived for 24 hours then passed away. I can't even imagine what that must have felt like. Me losing my baby at 9 to 10 weeks was horrific, so I can't even imagine what these powerful strong women have been through. It absolutely breaks my heart. My mum has had 2 stillborns and it breaks my heart, she's so amazing." She speaks about it, she's open about it, she's such an inspiration. "It's better to talk about things instead of locking up how we're feeling, we just feel better getting it off our chest." Reflecting on her and Matthew's decision to try for a second child, Charlotte said she has always wanted a daughter and they decided to extend their family. She said, "I've got the most beautiful little boy Noah. He is our world and we're so lucky to have him, has all happy, healthy, everything. We were so happy with Noah and wanted to extend our family. I've always wanted a little girl, I want to play Barbie and dress up and do all that type of thing, imagine the outfits, guys. We weren't really trying, we were saying if it happens, it happens. We were really happy as a family of 3, but if it happened, amazing." The TV personality said she became pregnant while she and Matthew were on holiday in Dubai and said she bought a pregnancy test when they had returned. She described feeling over the moon when she found out she was expecting her second child on Mother's Day, before discussing her current difficulties with getting pregnant. Recounting the moment she found out she was pregnant, she said, "So we were in Dubai and my mum said to Matthew's mum she'll be pregnant when she gets back, cause she's going to be chilled out there. We had the best time ever. We came back, I kind of had a feeling I was pregnant but I was like I'm gonna wait. On Mother's Day, we went to buy a pregnancy test and we went for a Sunday dinner and I went to the toilet and I did the test, and it said pregnant. It was half weeks and it made my Mother's Day. I was over the moon and I remember and I cuddled Matthew and said I'm pregnant. I was so happy, it just really gets to me. It's not that easy to get pregnant and we're trying again now and it doesn't seem to be happening. If you put pressure on things, that can affect it. We went to Matthew's mum's that night and we sat them down and said we had something to tell them. They were really happy. Obviously it was a bit of a shock to everyone, but they were so happy. Charlotte admitted she found it difficult not immediately speaking publicly about her pregnancy because she is open and honest, and said she told all of her friends. "Because I'm so open and honest with all of you, I wanted to shout from the rooftops that I was pregnant again. I told Noah he was going to be a big brother. Everybody knew, all my friends," she added. Reflecting on having a miscarriage at 10 weeks, Charlotte said she was at a friend's child's christening when she went to the toilet and started bleeding, before consulting her pals for advice. She explained, "We had a really busy weekend, we went to the races, one of my best friends got married so I celebrated that night, then I was at a friend's son's christening. I had told everyone I was pregnant, loads of old friends, I was so giddy. I had kept it in for so long, I wanted to tell everybody. That day, I went to the toilet and I just started bleeding. I found this blood in my knickers, and I thought, why am I bleeding? I never bled with Noah. My friends have been through loads of pregnancies and some have lost some, so I went out to them and asked, am I losing my baby? Just panicking. Loads of my friends came to the toilet and they said, no, this could be implantation bleeding, don't worry. They said, are you getting any cramps? And then I started to get a couple of cramps, then cramping started, got worse, and the bleeding got worse, and then I went to hospital that night. The lady checked me out and the nurse said, everything's fine, you're not having a miscarriage, I promise you, everything will be okay, your wall is closed." I can't remember exactly what she said now, it's all a bit of a blur. Despite being assured that everything was okay, Charlotte said she knew she had lost her baby as she reflected on the tearful conversation she had with Matthew that night. She continued, I went back to the hotel, we were staying over in Blackpool that night. I got in bed with Matthew, he wasn't allowed in hospital with me, and I said everything's going to be fine. But you know when you just know in yourself, and I said to him, I know I've lost this baby and I shouldn't keep saying that because I don't want it to be true. Then I got in bed that night and I cried myself to sleep, and when I woke up in the morning I thought, please don't be any blood please, but I went to the toilet and there was just blood, loads of blood and a little clot in it. It was just horrible. My mum came to have breakfast with us that morning and I just had a little tissue there, then I just felt this flu and it was horrible. We were looking at buying a house that day, so we went to view the house still as it was right near the hospital. So I booked in with the early pregnancy unit, and my mum looked after Noah. We went to look around this house, obviously didn't look round the house with good intentions and it wasn't the right house for us. Speaking about her hospital visit after viewing the house, Charlotte recounted the moment she was told she had lost her baby, saying she was heartbroken and her whole world came crashing down. I went to the hospital and into the early pregnant unit, she emotionally continued. I was shaking, I could not stop crying, I was just heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken, because I knew what they were going to tell me. I was like, please, please there must be a little heartbeat, please no. I didn't think it would upset me but it has, it's good to talk about it, like I said. But then they were like, I'm really sorry, that's it, there's nothing we can do. I told everyone that I was expecting a baby, and it was heartbreaking. My whole world came crashing down." Charlotte tearfully admitted that her son Noah saved her and Matthew, and admitted she doesn't know what they both would have done without him after the tragic loss. The star also shared that she and Matthew are still trying to have their rainbow baby, which is a term used to describe a baby that's born after a pregnancy loss. She added, "The moment that I got home to my mum and saw Noah's face, I felt so grateful that I've got Noah. He really did save us. He saved me and Matthew. I don't know what we would have done without Noah. We honestly don't know how lucky we are with our little cherubs, so we are going to try again. I'm adamant we will get our rainbow baby. We deserve our rainbow baby and we're just going to keep trying. Don't put too much pressure on ourselves. If it happens, it happens." She concluded, "I feel like miscarriages are not spoken about enough at all, and I felt like it that day when I came out the early pregnancy unit." She was like, "Yeah, it's really common, and I thought, yeah, it's not spoken about enough. I love you all so much and thank you for taking the time to listen to my story." Alongside the video, Charlotte said in a caption that she hoped her sharing her own story would help to break the stigma of discussing miscarriages and stop other women from feeling alone in their experiences. She penned, "Today is the end of baby loss awareness, so I have decided to join at Hey There Baby official campaign this week. They have been sharing a story a day of amazing women who have also been through baby loss. I hope sharing my story will help break the stigma of discussing miscarriage and help any ladies out there going through the same and feeling alone in their thoughts. It was emotional talking about my story, but also so emotional hearing everyone else's stories. But felt better talking about it. Please be kind to me and no nasty comments, thank you." In April, Charlotte made the devastating announcement that she had lost her baby in a post shared to Instagram. She took to Instagram to pen a heartbreaking post, admitting she and her fiancé Matt were over the moon to be expecting again, and despite the loss they hope that one day they will have their own rainbow baby. Charlotte shared a snap of her son Noah holding her positive pregnancy test, alongside a lengthy post detailing her sad loss. In the post's caption, Charlotte wrote, "Hi my darlings, I finally feel ready to post this. I mean, I don't know when there is a good time to post this. It's been an extremely tough week mentally but also obviously physically. I am heartbroken beyond words. And I know I'm never quiet on here, and always so open and honest with you guys, so it's been a shock to you all. I keep getting lots and lots of messages worrying about us all, asking why I'm being quiet and if Noah is okay. Noah is absolutely fine. He's amazing. I'm the one that's not okay. Unfortunately, I've suffered with a miscarriage. Obviously our families and close friends have known about me being pregnant, but didn't announce anything until I got further down the line. I was so excited to share our happy news with you all. Noah's little brother or little sister, as you can imagine, Matthew and I were absolutely over the moon our little family was going to be growing. I also found out on Mother's Day, which was just so special. But sometimes it's just not meant to be. I really thought it was, but it just wasn't this time. Miscarriages are so common and not spoke about enough. We are so heartbroken right now, have no words and just don't feel up to posting being my happy silly self right now. Also, please can people stop sending Matthew and I nasty messages about our parenting skills. I clearly show and say far too much. We are bloody good parents and Noah is so loved and is our life. And these horrible forums talking about us, these trolls are just awful, but they want win. Any nasty vile comments I get on here about this, you will be getting blocked and reported. Thank you for all your love and support always. I don't ever want to let go of Noah. I feel so lucky to have Noah. One day we will get our rainbow baby. Alongside the post, Charlotte also shared a video of the moment she told her son Noah he was going to have a sibling, beaming as she held the positive pregnancy test in the clip. If you have been affected by this story, you can seek advice at www.miscarriageassociation.org. UK or by calling 01924 200 799.